Most people never run far enough on their first win to find out if they have got a second win. Some people quit too soon. Yeah. You start, you're going to have ups and downs in the business like any other. Yeah. Right? Give your dreams all you've got, and you'll be amazed at the energy that comes out of you. We are blessed with so much energy. But sometimes if we're not careful, we will allow the negativity to stop us. The setbacks, the obstacles that we encounter. Do you think I had some obstacles along the way? Yeah. Most definitely. I get knocked down like anyone else. But I'm always listening to the heroes, the people who got knocked down. Muhammad Ali said, you know what? When he was knocked down by Joe Frazier in Madison Square Garden, somebody said, champ, why didn't you stay down? He said, no, I never stayed down because the ground is not a place for champions. Yes. So you get knocked down 8 times, you get up 9 times. Is that understood? Yes. You don't settle. Because the moment you start settling, your life is over. Is that understood? Yes. Life won't give you what you ask for. It will give you what you settle for. Yes. And the only way you're going to conform, you got to change what? Your mind. Right? To transform, you got to change your mind. The renewal of your mind. You got to be constantly feeding the right things into your mind. And that's what this environment is going to do for you. So don't think that because people have achieved high levels of success in ACN, they just stumble. No, we pay that price. And if you are willing to pay that price, and you work on yourself every single day, when the obstacles come, you understand that it's a part of your journey. Right? Every time I see an obstacle, Dr. Vincent Peale taught me this. He said, every time you see an obstacle, you should start rejoicing. Start having fun. Because you know that right after that obstacle is your victory. There's a fortune at the finish line. I'm telling you right now. You gotta persist. You gotta get this job done. You can leave a legacy behind. Sometimes it only takes one person to make a decision, and you can change generations. You can dead for years, but his money is still alive. Right? Because he impacted the world. Getty was the guy who said 1% of 100 people's effort is far greater than 100% of your own. And he left a legacy behind. And you need to leave something behind. Right? Leave an inheritance for your children's children. That's what wise people do. But sometimes we just don't have the resources to do that. We need to become better stewards. And a steward is defined as something that embodies proper management of resources. You have enormous resources. Don't believe that because you haven't got to be making your millions, you have to take away from Carlos Slim and Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. No, there is enough to go around. Is that understood? Your job is to just run this race, run it well, and you're going to be well paid. Because when you have the money that you need to have, you can live where you want to live. You know, I mean, this wasn't such a bad winter in the Netherlands, right? Yeah. It was okay, right? But have you had some bad winters in the past? Yeah. Were there times in the Netherlands that you wish you were somewhere else? Oh, yes. Last year in New York, man, we had like about 20, 30 centimeters of snow. People were locked in. They couldn't go to their homes. People were complaining. They were crying. I never liked the snow because being a Jamaican, you know, it doesn't snow there. And I used to hate the snow. Get up and shovel the snow, I used to hate it. Then I had to drive in it, go shopping. I never liked it. But I got to a point where I started to love the snow. I know what it's like to go to the window when people are complaining. I could go to the window and I pull the curtain and I start saying, let it snow, let it snow. I know what it's like. And you can do the same thing. You can have that same lifestyle. When it gets cold, if you like the cold, stay there. But if you don't want to endure the cold, then you have the options to go where you want to go. Does that make sense? Yes. So I highly recommend that we spend time And whether you get into this business or any other type of business, find a business of your very own. Right? Because unless you own your own business, you have given up the right to be free. That's the bottom line. Dr. Charles King said, if you want to have success, if you want to be free, you have to start minding your own business. Yes. Because as long as you work for someone else, you're minding someone else's business. Yes. Think about that. Right? So make certain that as of this day, you find a business. I highly recommend ACN. Why? I've been with the company since 1994. I've seen the changes. I saw when they did like 2 million, 50 million. At one point they say, you know what, we're going to do 50 million. Look at what they're doing right now. The goal now is to do what? Billions in the next 5 years. And it's up to you to decide how much of it you want for yourself. Nobody's going to stop you. We're going to provide with all the tools that you need to do the job. And I highly recommend that we meet in Lisbon next week, and you'll be amazed to see the lifestyle that you're going to have. Freedom, flexibility to do the things that you want to do. God bless and have a wonderful afternoon. Before you depart, there's a short clip I want to share with you guys. It's life-changing, about 3 or 4 minutes, and once you watch this video, you are free to go. Thanks again for your own video.